Hey, what's up guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Farming Simulator 2015. We're on the dedicated server today and playing on the map Graceland. If you want information on how to get on the dedicated server and the mods that are used on it, make sure you click on the link below in the show notes that says server and mod info. The very first tab on that spreadsheet is going to give you all the information for the server as well as how to get the mods to get online. Alright, so we're doing a little bit of sugar beet harvesting today, and I'm going to take advantage of this situation to give a little video on how to use the FollowMe mod, because a lot of people don't know how to use it, I've noticed, and it's a really useful tool when you're on the dedicated server, because like I'm harvesting sugar beets right now and there's no one except for Thudge on the server. When I first started there was nobody on here and I needed somebody to, offload for me. Normally I'd use Courseplay for that in single player, but I can't do that in multiplayer on the server because I don't have Courseplay on here. So I can use FollowMe. So that's what we're going to talk to you about today, is how to use FollowMe, the simple commands that are in it, how you can use it to offload, as well as today we're going to talk about the Holmer DLC, the weekend that we've got planned up ahead, and how you can get yourself a free copy of the DLC. So that's all going on today in our video. So getting into FollowMe, it's a real simple program to use. There's not very many commands for it. The hardest part for people is remembering what keys to push depending on what vehicle you're in. There's two modifiers that you use in using FollowMe, and they are the right control key and the right shift key. And what I mean by a modifier is you press that key and another keystroke to make something happen in the mod. And the only thing you just need to remember is if you're in the vehicle that is following another vehicle, you use right control. If you're in the vehicle that is leading, you use the right shift key. What am I talking about? Well, let's pull up our help menu, and I'm going to hold down I'm in the following vehicle, which means I'm going to use right control as my modifier. So I'm going to press down right control, and immediately you see right control plus the letter F toggles FollowMe on. So let's go ahead and do that. I hit right control, hit the letter F, and you'll now see my tractor is moving in behind the harvester that I have up in front of me. Now again, holding down right control, you'll see that it says the harvester is the leader and he's ahead of me by a distance of 25 meters. Now I can adjust that distance, because if you look over in the help menu now, you'll see it says right control WSAD myself distance offset. What does that mean? That means using the right control button plus WSA or D, I can adjust the distance between me and the tractor in front of me, or the offset, meaning am I going to be to the left of it or to the right of it? To do that, I use the right control plus one of those buttons. It's the same thing as steering a vehicle using the W, S, A, and D, okay? W is going to move you closer to the lead vehicle. S is going to move you further away. So like if I did Control S, you'd see the distance move up to like 50 meters. That if that vehicle was moving, I would get further and further away from it. If I hit the right control and W, that number is going to decrease and I'll start actually moving forward closer to that vehicle. So that's how you get closer or further away using the A and the W and the S. Just like you would drive closer with W, or you'd slow down and back away with S in the game. And the offset to the left or the right, it's the same thing. A is going to move you to the left of the lead vehicle. D is going to move you to the right of the lead vehicle. So in this case, I want my tractor to be to the left of the sugar beet harvester. So I'm going to hold down my right control button. That'll again show me my distance to the tractor. And if I start tapping A, you're going to see right offset, and that number is going to increase. And I'm going to set that for 5.5 meters. Now, why right offset? Well, again, I'm in the following vehicle. And for some reason, the guys who did this have it set up for the offset is for the vehicle that you're in at that particular time. So I'm in the John Deere. So that means I want to go to the left of the tractor. That means the lead tractor is going to be offset from my vehicle 5.5 to the right of the vehicle I'm in, right? That will put me to the left of it. It will put it to the right of me. I know it's a little bit confusing, but just again, remember, A puts you to the left of the vehicle, D puts you to the right of the vehicle. That's the easiest way to remember it, right? So now I haven't moved one way or the other, right? Because I'm still stuck 20 meters behind it. So let's start closing in that distance. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves dead even up next to that sugar beet harvester by hitting our right control and W until it said nothing about distance. And now I'm right next to it, and again I've moved over. I'm 5.5 meters off to the side of it, and if this were traveling I would just move right on next to it. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump out of here because we need to actually move that sugar beet harvester so you can see how everything tracks and follows. So let's get into it. I'm gonna give it a little acceleration. I've got GPS turned on so it's gonna drive in a straight line, and you'll see the John Deere is just gonna pace us and stay right there 5.5 meters off to our side, and that's good. But you'll notice the tractor's not far enough forward so I can actually unload into the tipper, right? I need to adjust that. I actually need the tractor to come further forward. The nice thing about FollowMe is I don't have to jump back into the tractor to adjust that. I can actually do it from the lead vehicle, but I'm going to use a different modifier in the lead vehicle than I used in the John Deere. The following vehicle again uses right control. The lead vehicle uses right shift. And if you look at my help menu, you'll see down at the bottom now it says right shift WSAD behind distance offset. That means if I use my right shift and any of those buttons, I'm going to be able to change the offset of the following tractor. So I want it to move forward. Again, W is going to move it forward. So I'm going to hold down my right shift button and I'm going to tap one time on the W, and that's going to bring it forward. Now it's traveling ahead of me 5 meters. And as you can see, sugar beets are starting to come out and unload in it. And everything is now set up really nice and hunky-dory, and all is good. If I wanted it to come in a little bit closer to me, let's say right now, maybe I want that trailer to be a little bit tighter into me, I can hold down the right shift. I can hit D to move it to my right just a little bit, and it's going to inch in, and now it's only going to be 5 meters to the left instead of 5.5. You'll notice the terminology has changed. Instead of now saying right offset, it says left offset. That's because I'm in the lead vehicle and it's marking that offset based upon what vehicle I'm in. So it's got that. I'm sorry about that little noise. That's Windows being stupid. It now has the offset based on the vehicle I'm in. So I'm in the sugar beet harvester, so it's saying it's the follow vehicle is 5 meters to the left of me. Again, it's a little confusing, but just remember, A, adjust it to the left, D, adjust it to the right. Now the other little thing you need to know about is if you look in the help menu, it says right shift H, follow me behind, wait, resume. I'm going to make a turn here. I don't want the John Deere running in to the harvester while I make a turn, because it will if you let it. I want it to sit here for a second, let me make my turn, and then come back to me. So to do that, I'm going to hold down my right shift and I'm going to hit H, and you'll see it's moved into waiting mode, or pause, or halt, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to sit here, and I'm going to go ahead and be able to make my turn, move around, and then I'll come and line back up. And once I get lined up over here and ready to harvest again, I can hit right shift and H, and it's going to resume itself and come right up behind me again. So I'll go ahead and lock in, lower down my head, start harvesting. And I'm going to go ahead and look over at this guy so you guys can see when I do this. I hold down the right shift, I hit H, it goes from waiting back into following, and it's going to come around here. It's going to kamikaze itself in here, but that's just the way it is. It's going to pull around here, get back up underneath me, and it's going to start following me, and everything is golden. So that's pretty much it. That is the basics of FollowMe. The big thing you have to remember is what vehicle you're in determines what button you push as a modifier. If you're in the following vehicle, you use right control. If you're in the lead vehicle, you use right shift. And again, if all else fails, open up your help menu and it'll remind you right down at the bottom. Again, the command to enable it or to toggle it on is F. So depending on which vehicle you're in, you use your modifier. If I wanted to completely stop it from following me, I would hit Shift and F and it would stop following me and be done. If I were in the tractor, I would have to hit right Control F to stop the whole following me process. Now remember this, H is pause, F is stop start. If you're in the lead vehicle and you hit right Shift F, you cannot resume the following me operations from the lead vehicle. You have to actually get back into the tractor, get behind the lead vehicle, hit right Control F to get it to resume. That's the reason you use pause anytime you want to stop that tractor. What else? The only other thing I want to remind you too is, if you think, well, I want to fill my sugar beet harvester up and then call him back over here, so I'm just going to pause him until I fill the sugar beet harvester up instead of him pacing me like this the whole time. I would advise against that. Here's the reason why. The way Follow Me is set up is the lead vehicle, again, like I told you, it leaves little breadcrumbs on the field. So every so often it's leaving a little invisible dot on the path that it is taking. And Follow Me is marking that all the way around the field. Unlike course play, Follow Me has to follow those dots to the letter. So if I stop this tractor right here and I told it to pause real quick and wait in the field, it's gonna sit there and stay there the whole time. And hang on, I messed up here. I actually accidentally hit H and put it in the higher, hit the wrong shift button, because I'm an idiot that way sometimes. Let me go ahead and lower my head down so I can get to going again. Come on. What are you doing, machine? Alright, see if I can get it to back up now. There we go. Alright, start her back up. Yeah, I accidentally hit help and hired a helper, and then I couldn't control the following tractor again. Alright, so if I was to hit my right shift and I hit H and put it into wait mode, and then I drove around the field and then filled this thing up completely, and I was sitting right here in front of him and I hit H, it would not come straight to me. He would drive all the way around the field and follow every little bit I had done until he got back to me. So that's the only reason I say don't pause it, unless it's just to make a turn. Let it pace you the whole time. Otherwise, when you do call it, you're going to be sitting there waiting for it to come to you, because it's going to have to drive all the way around the field until it retraces your route and catches back up with you. So that's the only little downside to Follow Me. If I were to make 2 laps around and then pull up right in front of me and hit H, in course play the tractor would come right to me, but in this it's not. It's just going to drive all the way around the field, those 2 passes, until it got back and caught up with me and then unload me. So, and I said H, I mean right Shift H. So that's one little thing I would point out for you. That's one of the limitations with Follow Me, because it is a pretty simple program. It doesn't have that many commands, but it works real good for what it is. And it's also really nice when you're moving lots of equipment from the farm. You can pick out your lead tractor, set it up, put a tractor behind it, put it in a follow mode. Go grab another tractor, put it behind that first following tractor, and set it to follow it. And then you can just so on and so on. You can have as many vehicles as you want in a little parade, all following one after another. And it's nice when you're moving in single player. You're moving lots of equipment to and from a field, so just keep that in mind. There's a lot of uses for it. I'm just scratching the surface on how to do it. This is one of those rude and crude things, you know, keeping it simple. Just to show you how to use it, though, because a lot of people, one, are getting on here and they don't know how to use it, and the people who do know how to use it sometimes are coming in here and they're using it and they're leaving it set up, and then somebody gets in and they don't understand why the tractor's following the combine off to the side of them, and they don't understand why. And so this is just a way to let you see how to use the program so you understand it and how to control it. So again, help menu as your friend. If you get lost, you can always look up there. There's only a few commands that you need to know for FollowMe. So anyways, that's the basics on that. So let's move ahead. I mentioned the Holmer DLC and this weekend's activities. Friday morning, we are going to enable the Holmer DLC on the dedicated server so that you can do sugar beets and more with the Holmer DLC. It's been one of those things that I've really wanted to do, the Holmer DLC in multiplayer, and in talking to people who've been on the server, they seem to want to as well. So we're going to try it out Friday. We'll put it on the server Friday morning. We'll keep it on there Saturday and most likely Sunday as well. And then afterwards, I'll remove all the equipment we purchased. We'll disable the DLC, and then we'll be back to the old vanilla server, just the way it was. So any of you guys who have commented below before and said no, don't put any DLCs on the server, just keep in mind it's only going to be for 3 days, and it's, you know, after that we're going to take it off and go back to the vanilla thing, and it'll be another few weeks before we do it again. But I think it's a nice way to give everybody the option to play with some of the DLCs that they've purchased and do some multiplayer with it. I myself am really looking forward to being able to get a T4, put it in crab mode, and then have somebody with a Terra variant come up in crab mode and get next to me and offload the sugar beet harvester. But I also want to point out that it's not like that's all we're going to do all weekend is sugar beets. You are more than welcome to do wheat, corn, whatever you want to do on the server. Just because we've got the Holmer DLC doesn't mean that that's all we're going to do all weekend. Is we're going to plant every single field in sugar beets and harvest sugar beets all weekend. No, that's not the case in point. We're just going to plant several fields in sugar beets so people can go ahead and play with the T4s if they so wish. But you can also, let's say you're doing wheat and you want to grab a Terra variant and throw the auger wagon attachment on it and go use the Terra variant to chase the combine doing wheat. Knock yourself out. My plan is to buy like 5 or 6 of the T4s as well as 5 or 6 Terra variants and get every attachment for the Terra variants and have it all set up for you out in the farmyard, and then that way you can grab whatever equipment and do whatever you want. If you want to do slurry with a Terra variant, have at it. If you want to go catch grass with it, or offload sugar beets or offload grain, have at it. I'm just going to give you guys the tools. Y'all play, have fun all weekend. Just keep in mind Sunday night I'll sell everything off and we'll go back to the whole vanilla way of life. Alright, so I put a guy into pause, and then I'm going to, I don't know what's going on. For some reason I'm just stopped again. What is happening here? Wow. I guess I'm letting off of my shift button and keeping my finger on the H button because I'm trying to do fast keystrokes. I guess that's what I'm doing. And it's enabling the hired help for a second or whatever. Alright, so that's rolling. Alright, shift H again. There we go. He is enabled again, out of waiting mode, and he's going to pull back over here and keep pace again. And I'm going to put the pipe back down. There we go, and we'll keep on doing that. Alright, so that's this weekend with the Holmer DLC. What else is going on? Oh yeah, I told you how you could get some free Holmer DLCs, right? Alright, beginning tonight with the live stream, I am going to be giving away the Holmer DLC. I have acquired several copies of the DLC using funds that I've generated through the live streams. So basically all the tips that I've made doing the live stream, I've taken those and purchased a bunch of copies of the Holmer DLC. Beginning tonight in the live streams, you will be able to win yourself a copy of the Holmer DLC if you don't have one. It's going to be a real simple process. Basically, if you're watching the live stream, at some point I'm going to stop and say, okay, everybody, if you want to win the Holmer DLC, type this word into chat right now. You're going to have like 2 minutes to do it. You'll enter in the word into chat. After 2 minutes are up, I'm going to hit a roll command that's within Nightbot, and it is going to select a winner, and up in chat it will pop and it will say, congratulations, Joe, whoever, whatchamacallit, you're the winner. That's the way it's going to work. It's going to be real simple. No hoops to jump through. All you got to do is hang out in the live stream, and that's it. That's going to begin tonight. I'm going to do 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow night, and 2 on Wednesday night. Depending on when you're watching this, that's 2 Monday, 2 Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday night. Now, before you start complaining and going, well, Moose, I can't watch your live stream. I'm in Europe and you stream so late and All right. I'm going to also open up the opportunity for a last chance giveaway / you can't watch the live stream giveaway. And I'm going to do it like this. If you've made it this far into this video and you're still watching, if you'll put into the comments, enter me for the Holmer DLC. On Thursday, I'm going to draw 2 names out from all the folks who put that in the comments line. And those people will win the DLC. I'll give away 2 on Thursday. It's sort of a last chance thing. So basically what I'll do is I'll give away 2 Monday, 2 Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, and then on Thursday I'll call up all the names for people who put their entry in the comments. I'll draw out a name. If you didn't win it in the live stream, then you'll win it then. So I'll announce those winners on Friday in Discord under the announcements tab. Probably will also include those names in a video on Friday as well. So 2 ways to win, either in the live stream or go ahead right now and in the comments section, go ahead and put enter me for the Holmer DLC. Now pay attention. I want you to put it in exactly the way I mentioned it just now. All right? Don't just say I want to win, enter me, any of that stuff. I need it spelled out exactly the way I told you. Say enter me for the Holmer DLC. And you probably think, why? Because it makes it easier on me. You know, if I get a whole bunch of people commenting and I gotta weed through it to read each and every comment and figure out whether you're entering or not, yeah, it makes it just simpler because I can just glance through the comments and I can look for the ones that specifically say enter me for the Holmer DLC, and I can select those people and get them you know, entered into the list that I'm going to be compiling of names for the random drawing. So again, if you want to enter in the contest drawing, go ahead and put enter me for the Holmer DLC, and that's the way you'll be entered into Thursday's drawing. That's it. It's that simple. Now, if I acquire a few more DLCs this week, I will obviously give away a few more. Right now I've got 8. If I get any tips this week or whatever, I might acquire a couple of more and maybe give away a couple Thursday night in the live stream as well. It just depends on how the week progresses, and we'll go from there. So about the giveaways. Now here's the stickler on this, okay? When I did the giveaways at Christmas, I had such a nightmare with it, and because all the keys were for Steam. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I specify exactly what these giveaways are for. Okay, first of all, if you own Farm Sim on a PC, you're eligible to win. If you have Farm Sim on a console, ain't gonna work. These are for PC only. Keep in mind, one of the reasons I'm giving these away is to aid in those who might want to get on the server and play with the Holmer DLC weekend, but they don't have the Holmer DLC, part of this contest is so that they can pick up a copy and jump on the server. So it doesn't benefit you to be on a console and get one of these because you can't play on the dedicated server on consoles. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is the copies I have won't work on a console. Funny the way it works that way. So anyways, you must have Farm Sim on PC in order to win the Holmer DLC. So keep that in mind. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I'm going to pick up a copy for my console, I'm just going to not tell Moose that I'm getting it for console. All right, fine. Be that way. But then when I send you the key and you go to enter it and you go, don't send me an email going, this won't work on my Xbox. It won't work on my PS4. That's because I told you it's for PC only. So don't waste my time. Don't waste your time entering if you don't have Farm Sim on a PC. It's not going to do you any good. Now, if you have Farm Sim, you have it on PC, the key I have is going to work for you. Doesn't matter if you got the game through Steam or if you got it through Giants. It's a universal key. It's going to come through Giants. You're going to get a key. I'm going to give you a link to activate it. You'll go to Giants website, download the mod, install it on your computer, and you'll have the Holmer DLC, regardless of whether you're on Steam or on Giants. All right? It's that simple. So if you have Farm Sim, you have Farm Sim on your PC, you're eligible to win in this competition. Only one winner per family, per household, or however you want to voice that. If you win one on Monday, don't try to win another one, okay? And if you do win, I'm just going to kick you out and say, nope, you don't get it. Only one winner per household. All right? Share the love, everybody. Don't try to win it all. So that's it. That's the basics for it. I will ask, guys, please refrain from beating me up over the giveaways. I know some of you guys are going to want to go, what time are you doing the giveaway Monday night? Or what time are you going to do it tonight? Because I've got homework to do or something else like that. Got no idea. I don't know when I'm going to do it. It's just when the spirit moves me, I'm going to go, okay, let's give away a DLC. So it's not going to do any good to beat me up and keep asking me, when am I going to do it? Have I done it yet? What time am I going to do it? Can, you know, don't beg me for it. I got this before with people going, oh, I can't be in the live stream, but I really need that. Will you please just give it to me? No, that ain't happening. Ooh, little server desync there. All right, this guy's full. Here's the other limitation of FollowMe. It will follow you. It won't dump, though, so you're going to have to do that manually. So we're going to jump into the tractor. Now, I cannot control the tractor until I disable FollowMe. So to disable it, I'm going to do right control F. I now have control of the vehicle, and I can drive over and dump the sugar beets. So, and you'd be shocked at some of the stuff I get when I try to give something away. So I'm just going to ask, guys, please be polite. Please don't complain at me. If you're on console, don't get mad at me because I only bought PC versions. If you're in Europe and you can't be in the live streams, don't complain to me. I understand. I get it. I know where it's a global community, but I can't please everybody. And, you know, again, keep in mind, this is my money that I'm spending to buy these. So, you know, I just wanted to do something nice, so don't beat me up over it, okay? Because trust me, I got beat up, or Santa Moose got beat up pretty hard. And Santa Moose almost didn't do another giveaway. He was pretty wore out after Christmas over some of the stuff that went down behind the scenes that people didn't see or didn't hear or anything else like that. So yeah, we're gonna try it again. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully people will listen. Alrighty. Alright, so we need to re-enable FollowMe, and again I'm going to use right control F, and it's going to lock in, drive up here, get up behind the sugar beet harvester, do its thing. And then I'm going to run in here, jump into the sugar beet harvester, and continue on, and it will do its thing and follow me. And I'm going to continue to harvest sugar beets. And that'll about do it for today. Alright, so what did we learn in today's program? We learned that if you're using FollowMe, if you're in the following tractor, you use right control as your modifier, WASD, adjust your offset and the distance to the vehicle that you're using. F enables FollowMe, H pauses FollowMe, and again, if you're in the following vehicle, right control is what you have to press to activate. If you're in the lead vehicle, it's right shift to do all the other functions that I previously mentioned. We also learned that this weekend is going to be the Holmer DLC, and we're going to give away a whole bunch of copies of it this week in the live stream, as well as if you go ahead right now and in the comments below hit enter me for the Holmer DLC, you'll be entered in the last chance drawing for Thursday. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you guys found the Follow Me instructions informative. I know it's a little bit lengthy on there before you write me a nasty email saying you took 10 minutes to do what you could have done in 2. I try to be methodical and detailed with my description for those who just don't get it, okay? I'm trying to help people out, so if you don't like the way I do it, sorry about that. Alright, thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you in the live streams this week. I hope to see you on the server. Again, if you want information on how to get on the dedicated server, go ahead and click that link that says server and mod info. Follow the directions that are on the first tab. It will give you all the information as far as where the server is, what the name of the server is, how to get the mods, how to get onto Discord, all that good stuff, the rules. It's all right there for you. Hope to get you on here and get you farming with us. If I don't see you on here, hope to see you in the live stream or in the next video that we do a little bit later on. Y'all stay safe, have yourself a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you consider giving it a like, maybe even sharing it with your friends. It does help me out a tremendous amount and is greatly appreciated. Also, leave some comments down below. That's really the only way I can gauge if you guys are enjoying what's being put out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want daily notifications. I try to do a new video each and every day. Also, if you want to stay in touch with me and find out what's going on, our social links are down in the bottom left-hand corner. Twitter is where I usually announce schedule changes, live streams, and new video releases. Facebook's a great way to get in touch with me if you have any questions to ask. And of course, I am trying to get to 1,000 followers on Google+, which I know I'll probably be old and gray before that happens. But if you can jump over there and follow me, it would be super awesome. So if you like today's video, there's a whole lot more content on the channel. I hope you'll browse through it, find something to keep yourself entertained until the next video or live stream. Speaking of live streams, I try to do them nightly around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until the next time, thanks again for watching. See you soon.